I'm continuing again my journey with Final Fantasy XVI, and previous time I got special abilities. So if you look abilities, I got this Shiva and or cold or ice abilities. So now I now have cold snap, ice age, memorize, rhyme, and then the main one, diamond dust. And diamond dust actually requires 1940 to activate it. And this skill, I was given these abilities by Jill, because we actually in last episode we rescued Jill. And there was actually a very gentle moment. And then let's look. Map. So there seems to be again side quest available. And I thought that it is good to continue with the side quest.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Travost. Blackthorn's old horn. The forge and all that. Well, anyway,
is this again Blacksmith?
Just down the road from there are spewing at Aoife like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. A Kashik. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the old place will be overrun.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well... I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Travost.
Maybe I can activate, change the abilities. So let's go to here. It's always I have fire, I have wind, and then this special energy. Maybe I change these. And let's say take the new one, Shiva. And we have Ice Age and Memorize selected. Then we have something here. Ring of Marksman is new. Increases the will damage. The will damage of magic by 10. And I just check, was there anything to remember? Okay, now new ones are... Aha, this is really Blacksmith again. Blacksmith Blues number 4. So it's again time that we help our blacksmith. And because we are here, I think it's good time to check if there are any new things to choose. So I check Harbokrates. Never know if you have something new there.
Good morrow to you, my friend. I have a few new notes that might interest you.
We got.
You wish to study the tomes?
I look if there are. I check only couple of new ones. So I check Jill, dominant of Siva and rested confident of Clive, leader of the New Hideaway. After Clive was bested by Pampas in the bed of Nakanaro, the two fled to the Shadow Coast. It was there that she entrusted her icon to him, that he might have the strength to fight their fate to the last. And this was what actually happened in the last episode. And Shadow Coast was also what belongs to the last episode. The forbidding cliffs that line the Nadja Narrow on the ash side of the channel. Through the viable ascents exist, their numbers are few and the paths narrow and perilous. That said, they have more than once been used a staging ground for covert incursions in the kingdom. Now the land above, having been all but consumed by the blight, it's only the boldest of adventurers who dare set foot here. And I still check mythos. This is actually one of those important things. Ultimate's name for the vessel of limitless power that he has long awaited. He identifies Clive as this mythos by virtue of his awakening as the dominant of Ifrit and having the power to absorb the ether of other icons. Ultima manipulates his servants into pitting Clive against the other dominants that he might drink of their strength and bring mythos closer to perfection. And maybe I check still this one. The will of healing that binds a person with those they love and who love them. So long as these bonds remain strong, so too does a human grip upon they feel. Ultima casts primogenesis in order to sever these bonds of consciousness, that the humanity might lose their wills and turn akashic, and that his vessel might be perfected. Maybe I still one. Check still one. The Hideaway Mithril engine-powered flagship, designed by the father and daughter team of Chidolphins and Midadol Telmon to serve last hope for humanity, should the Valistia be lost to the blind and constructed in secret in the homeworks on the outskirts of Canver, the mithril with which it's fueled is highly concentrated source of energy allowing the ship to achieve speed thrice that of a column at full mast. Okay, so this is it. Okay, let's go. And it is always a good idea to check Bard, and Torgal is sleeping here. this is new one.
Yet in the dark, a flame is sparked that warms us in its glow.
Okay, this was new notes. And always good idea to check if
It's a dangerous world out there. Let's stock up.
good idea to check that you have enough supplies before going on. Okay, it seems that I think there are new orchestration spells. Night of Terror's orchestration roll. Okay, of course we buy new songs.
Price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
What do you recommend?
Okay, let's hear this new song. We currently have Twilight. Okay, Night Terrors, this is the new one. Okay, let's change to this one. And then there is our Blacksmith.
Yeah.
Brought the bloody thing float, did it?
The weight of all that shit.
Without me knocking out, I thought I'd sink straight to the bottom. Always that way with mid-dimensions though, isn't it? You ain't got a clue what the hell you're looking at when she hands you the designs, but it always seems to work. A right pull in the sometimes, but clever all the same. And then let's look if there are anything special here. Aha, there is Ice Brand, better sword. And we are able to do because we have Brightburn, Ice Heart, Meteorite and Magical Axe. So okay, let's build or create this one.
It'd last you a good while.
Okay, now we have better sword. Just checking. What about other things? Okay, we are missing materials for this one. What about here? And we have one material, Morpal flower, but two materials missing. And one material missing. Let's see, can we reinforce anything? I start from Swear. And then auto armor gear. Okay, we got at least better sword. And let's check. It's always good to check when you have done something. Redwood. Aha, okay, so we need to meet outside. Troubled. Rendezvous with August in Troubled. Okay, it must be these travels. And there seems to be a lot of other places with green or side quest.
Oh, you're here. August waiting for you inside. Well, go on then.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer,
Let's see, okay, over there.
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts, it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Is it our blacksmith here?
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been?
Brothers.
Enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
get your idea of an apology. Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it.
Old memories.
Our master didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you're wasting half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. I'm short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
So this actually previous blacksmith story continues.
You, ready for the off then?
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravoj till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
Okay, we got
All right.
familiar adversaries. And these are new abilities.
Nice try.
It seems that this ice is coming very fast, or we can use the next ice spells very
Nice try. All yours, Torgal. Torgal, kill! Now, Torgal! Torgal, kill! Is that it? Apparently
okay.
not.
Something bigger. This was only desert.
You're not getting past me. All yours, Torgal. Torgal, kill!
finished.
Okay, what we have here? Sharp one, match as meteorite.
Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. But you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Brothers waiting there. Blacksmith brothers.
Sid! You're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravovst won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So...
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. You made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravos isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravos what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Bring him. He'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw. Back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
What is it? Ah, we got finally seal.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin would be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravost in the first place? A certain ring?
I
knew I'd never surpass you with a hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
There is something legendary word.
With a little help from Blackthorn, I don't see why we can't restore Dravost to its former glory. And barring ether floods, that is.
I'll tell you what, Clive. If we pull this off, it will ruin every other sword you've ever held.
I'll get him back to the hideaway. Don't you worry about that.
Okay, time to go hideaway. Back to the hideaway.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
The man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old
things
Zoltan.
required in previous Blacksmith.
That'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk to the things finished. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
Okay, let's go. Sword. Legendary sword.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
Is it Excalibur? Is it large?
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
Ragnarok,
Quite something.
Yeah. Trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That is still something else.
Something I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Kotterdamerung design draft. Necessary for crafting sword Kotterdamung. And we got Ragnarok. Ancient Asian legend purports that one day the Age of Dominance will draw to a close in an epic clash of icons that sets the land ablaze, cleansing of its vileness and allowing for its rebirth. Class they say called Ragnarok. Kotterdamung receive.
No need to thank me for the sword. I'm happy just to be here. You've built a fine home for yourselves, and I can see why Blackthorn's so taken with it. Look after the old bastard for me, will you? I'll be off soon, but next time you're in Dalmacia, be sure to pay me a visit. Snotty'll let you in.
You reckon we finally got to the bottom of Blackthorn's troubles then? That'd be something, eh? Though he wouldn't be Blackthorn if he didn't give us the odd scale.
Okay, I just check what does it look like. Okay, here is it. Ice brand. Do I need to change? Yes, it was not selected. So here is Ice brand, but this is our newest one, Ragnarok. Here it is.
What do I owe the honor? I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend of me, Clive. The best. So, will it be?
This will be the Kotterdamerung. So you need Ragnarok, you need your previous sword, and then Orichalcum Dark Steel and Privateer Battle Horn. So this will be the better weapon. And there is even Excalibur.
Anything else?
Don't tell me
Yes,
you
run out of
use
happy
awfully
nuts
thin
and all.
these days.
Farmers are abandoning their fields and traders.
Okay, maybe I need to, if I remember, it's better to use, unable to use item. Aha, okay, HP is already at maximum. And okay, so I go back to the room.
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to Eastpool, but as soon as the rebuilding work is complete, I promise to return.
And this time this was a little bit shorter, but we actually got a new sword, Ragnarok, better weapon, and it was all about because Blacksmith reunion. So I want to thank you everyone for watching and stopping by.